Kia ora guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Leif's Tale. If you haven't seen the update video I released, the Hear Ye He about myself moving, you'll know that we are going to be having a few less episodes this week, so we're only going to be having one of Leif and one of Dusk, just so you know going into this episode. We are tired now, so I think we're going to try and have our man Leif rest so that he will actually have a chance to get some of that HP back at the same time. However, we don't want to be leaving things here for too long. As we can see, we've got a whole heap of dandelions here that are going to go off. We've had some ruffle that... Some ruffle? Yeah, rotten offal. It's called ruffle. We've got some ruffle there, and I don't want these things to be going off. So we're going to try and see if we can preserve them. Hopefully it's not going to take us too long to be able to do that. So we're going to jump into here first of all. We could potentially do some canning, but I don't see that helping us out too much. We could cook the dandelions, or we could fry them right now. We're not going to fry because we want to hold on to... Oh, it does use tallow. I know I said the exact same thing last time. But for us to cook it, we literally just need water, so that should be easy enough for us to do. We'll go ahead and make a whole heap of cooked dandelions. That's going to take us an hour to make, but it's a whole heap of cooked ones, so I'm okay with that. We'll spend a bit of time working on those because they're old, they're going to go off, and they've gone rotten. Fantastic. Well, that's great. In the time that we were cooking, they actually rotted, so that's just swell. We probably have some more rotten ones on us. Let's go ahead and turn that filter off. Yeah, well, ain't that great. Well, there's something to fuel the fire, at the very least, once we put some things in there. So, everything else seems like it's going to be okay for a little bit. We've still got chunks of meat. The bird's eggs and the rest, they're going to be good for a long while. It's the offal and the meat that we need to concern ourselves with. We do have a stomach there as well. Unfortunately, can't do too much with that. We need to have two to be able to get some wasteland sausage going, so I don't see that happening yet, at the very least. So we are going to go ahead and make some dehydrated meat. Not rehydrate, we just want to dehydrate. Fantastic, there we go. And alright, we can only do 2 lots. That's perfectly fine in my book. Alright, spend some time doing that, and bam, just like that, we have dehydrated meat. We still have some meat soup on us, that's good. What about beneath us? It should just be offal now. Yeah, offal and one chunk of meat. We do have some rhubarb there as well. We can eat that just as it is. But we're going to go into here and try and see if we can track down the offal and just make some cooked offal, so that also doesn't go to waste. Again, it's going to be burning some more time here. I'm wanting it to get a little bit later before we go to sleep, but we've got a decent amount of food now that we can eat. We're going to eat the offal first of all, get ourselves full. That's nice, and we'll have ourselves some water from down here if we can. There we go, clean water. Don't know why that took me so long to see. Alright, so we are feeling a little bit more tired now. You know what? I'd like us to spend a little bit more time sleeping, so we are going to attempt to go to sleep now, see if that will work out for us, and see if we, well, hopefully don't wake up too early in the morning. Be good if we woke up kind of a little bit before sunrise. Let's see. Depends on how tired we are. Oh no, the sun's creeping in, and that should wake us up any moment now. Fantastic. So... and the offal has rotten. Okay, well that's great. I nearly walked out there. Nearly just walked straight out there. Put a plank over it, and we'll go drop this unfortunate offal down there. Alright, so our goal is to continue moving towards metalworking. That's going to be a big step for us to take. We are going to need more rocks to be able to do that. And we know that it takes generally around about an episode to get the rocks necessary to be able to do it. So we're probably going to be spending a decent amount of time today working on that. So we'll have that for now. I should have thought that through, because we could have just had the meat soup. Well, you know what? For now, we are just going to have some of the rhubarb. Right, it does slake our thirst a little bit, so we want to be a little bit careful that we don't kind of vomit here. You know what? We'll just leave it at that. We'll stay hungry for a little while. I'm okay with that. So, what are we going to bring out with us? We can bring our short bow. We have 1 arrow at the moment. What do we have in our quiver? We've got 13 in there at the moment. So those are regular wooden arrows. Okay, that's cool. We can use a small game arrow if we see something. Do we want to bring the throwing sticks with us as well? Probably not if we're wanting to bring a whole heap of rocks back with us. So the throwing sticks, we're going to leave those behind. The chitin, we're going to leave behind as well. We'll drop that into the everything pile. And stone knife will keep on us, and the swag bag as well. Gallon jug of salt water, we don't need to be carrying with us, so we'll go ahead and leave that. Let's have a look down here and see how our pelts are doing. Apparently we had one more that we could use. So with this selected, we might be able to go activate. It isn't done yet, so we need to leave them there for a bit longer. I do want to have a jump into this though and just see if there was anything else tanning wise that we could do. If it's not tanning, we might be able to do some curing. There could have been another pelt there that I missed out on. No, I don't think so. What about tanning? I didn't actually check the whole way along to see. Tanning fur pelt. Yeah, no. We don't have any at the moment, so we'll just leave them as is and we'll be heading out. Do I want to bring something to smash them with? Yeah, I think we might need the home wrecker. So let's see if we can track that sucker down. Home wrecker, fantastic. We're going to be bringing you along for the ride. We are rock collecting, so let's see. We are collecting rocks, fantastic. And if we do see some wild game out there, we will attempt to do something about that. I'm going to keep the knife spear out for now, just while we're walking around, because if we do run into trouble, then well, we'll be able to see what's kind of going on. You know what, I was thinking we could kind of head up that way, but really the far field is where we find our rocks, so I think that's where we want to go for now. I do want to explore up in this direction where we saw the centipede, and now that we can actually go up that way, but I think the far field is definitely still the best place for us. We want to go closer to the water though, because as we know, there is still a bee out in the woods, and well, they can still be troublesome, so if we don't need to be dealing with them, we won't, for now, at the very least. Now there's a chance that some rocks might have come back since we've been gone, because they seem to like pop up sometimes. So there's a chance that we might be able to find some, but right now it's looking pretty sparse. We'll just stay out at this view for now, see what's kind of going on. We've got a cat in the distance. A cat in, that's our little pit. Lovely. Now, there might be some more action happening up here as well. We don't know if the graboids slash worms slash whatever it is still up here, but obviously you can see there's been a lot of movement over there. Holy crap. Wow, that's impressive. That is, that's something. I want to kind of see if we can check out those bodies there, whatever it is. So those are actually, okay, so we've got a Mego body there, and then these are zombies. Maybe. No, lab coats. These were either zombie scientists or they were scientists out here doing their thing. There are more bodies out here as well. They do appear to be scientists at the same time. We've got a glass flask of purifier out there. And yeah, we have the kind of leftovers of these druggies. However, that isn't the reason that we're out here today. We're going to try and stay focused if we can. We're going to focus ourselves on collecting rocks where possible. Keep an eye out for ground moving beneath us. But for now, we're just going to kind of rock around and find some rocks. Yes, yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. We've got a raccoon in the distance. We might be able to hunt you. I'm looking out for the medium boulders because they kind of give us the best return at the moment. And at the same time, I am wanting to head a little bit further along, see if we can see past this forest and see what might be waiting for us on the other side. Is that medium or is that large? I think that's actually a medium. Nice. Good stuff for us. Okay, yep, that's definitely, or that's medium or small. We'll grab the home wrecker, storing that in our inventory, and just start wumping away. How much do we get? Okay, cool, that's got us up to 13. Brilliant. Okay, pick them up, 14, lovely. I'll take the autosave just in case anything crazy happens. And just check and see exactly where we are on the map overall. So it's much harder to see something like, well, enemies and rocks when we're this far out, but it kind of does give us the best chance to see what's going on. Definitely a lot of things going down over there. See, yeah, we kind of missed one already. And another. Okay. I think that is just a newspaper. Yeah, just a newspaper. That's okay. But there was a, I think either a groundhog or it was, oh, we get a deer over there. See, that'd be tempting, but they're taking off thick and fast away from us. We've got a lot of berry bushes up here as well, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool, because come summer, we're going to be able to harvest a whole heap of those. And it's the seeds that we'll be after, because the seeds are what we're going to need to plant our own and get our own little orchid up and running. There was a rock down this way, but I think I'm just going to kind of continue on and see what we have at the edge of the forest here. just collecting these rocks as we go. Just moving a little bit faster this way. And you don't hear me click-clacking on my keyboard when I'm using the mouse to move about, so it's okay. If we do run into anything terrible, it should notify us beforehand. Well, that's definitely large, so we're not going to get much from that. But this one, oh, hey, spitter. Okay, right. Lovely. Of course it's got to be a spitter. Well, it looks like it's actually going off in another direction, so we might be able to just pay no mind to it for now. Yeah, you keep on moving to the southeast, you son of a bitch, you. Okay, that's good. You keep doing that. That'll be great. Okay, smash that small boulder. Alright, we're into 26. That's pretty good. This is definitely a large one, correct? Yes, large boulder. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. But we can still get some things while we're out here. That's a giant fly to the south. And of course, there are more rocks for us to gather along the way. We're gonna hope that the spitter zombie has run off chasing after some kind of prey and isn't interested in us. Because I'm not interested in them. Not right now, no. Because spitters can be quite dangerous. And we aren't really prepared for them. We've got a giant wolf spider to the east. Lovely. Lots of dangerous things around here, so we want to be a little cautious about anything that might be coming directly towards us. That wolf spider, we're going to stay away. Yeah, there's a rock there, but we'll just ignore it for now. And just keep on moving. Eyes out more for the spitter than anything, because if that starts coming towards us, that could cause us some issues. I'm confident that we'd be able to handle ourselves, but it would damage us and our gear, and I don't really want that right now, especially when we're pretty close to 40 rocks. So let's have that. Thank you very much, Meat Soup. Rattlesnake, you just stay over there. You mind your own business, and we will mind ours. And everyone is going to be happy. Lovely. Okay, great. One more rock, and we've found a medium one at the same time. Nice. There's a coyote around. Now, coyotes can get a little bit more ballsy and decide to attack us, so we need to be mindful of that, watch out, and see if they're going to try and do that. Right. Okay, we're actually out of space now, so we are going to have to wield our swag bag. And now we're going to be able to carry more rocks. However, we won't be able to do too many things with, well, two hands, so we'll see how we do. Keep on wumping that rock. There we go. Okay, we're on 39. We almost have enough. One more, and we are there. Fantastic. That's what we need to be able to make a rock forge. I'm happy about that, and that's the spitter. So much closer than I realized, and it hasn't actually seen us yet. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start running, and we're going to run in the opposite direction to the spitter, because we don't want to deal with that right now. Fantastic. Okay, let's stop running. And we are going to be making our way back home. There seems to be a big orgy of animals in the field at the moment, so a lot of things that we could potentially hunt, and I might not be, too opposed against hunting. We can fit a little bit more in there with our swag bag in hand, but obviously it's going to really seriously impede our ability to do archery or anything like that, so there's not too much point in us trying. At the same time, though, it does give us a little bit of an increase. We could attempt to attack the mold to improve our archery skills, but I think Leif is still afraid of that thing right now, and it's not attacking him, so he's okay with that. He's not going to try and provoke something that could potentially end his life. He has no idea how powerful it is, so we're going to leave that be. Whereas other things like bees, wasps, etc., he's very happy to take those out of existence because he knows how dangerous they can be. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we should be safe now. We're looking at some nice clear lighting, which is beautiful. So we'll just go and wander on back home. And if everything goes well, we might be able to make ourselves our forge. I'm going to try and place it near the others. Probably, actually, now that I look at it, probably in this space here. So that it's close enough so that we can actually have access to it. So we'll just be moving these lumps of clay, etc., maybe over to here for the time being, just so that they've got somewhere to live. Okay, moving those and the lumps of clay. Let's see, are we going to be able to do this? We'll drop the home wrecker for now. That should enable us to be able to take off our swag bag without, well, even if we do drop things, I think we're fine. Yeah, several items drop on the ground, that's okay. As long as, well, I guess we won't know if they were important or not, but we'll find out soon enough. I'm sure it'll shout at us. Okay, so we want to go into here, and we want to search for forge. Okay, build rock forge. We're going to do it. We're going to do this thing. It's going to take 39 minutes for us to be able to make it. We're going to place it down here and cross our fingers. Now, some of you were saying, oh, we could just take apart like the charcoal forge or something like that. Or rather, sorry, the charcoal, not charcoal forge, the charcoal kiln. We still need charcoal, so we still need the kiln. So we weren't going to be able to get rid of it. But hey, good news, we have ourselves a rock forge. A really, really simple rock forge, but with that, we should be able to start metalworking, which is, that's a pretty freaking big deal for us. Now, I am going to have to try and figure out what we are going to need to be able to move through this. I know like the first things that we are going to want to try and get are a chisel, and just essentially start working through that process. So I know if I go for a chisel, a metalworking chisel, so right, first of all, we are going to need some charges in there, and that's charcoal. So we do have charcoal on the ground right now. We should be able to pick this up. Let's just take, let's take 250 charges of that for now. So if you go 250 and go ahead and grab that, our hands are free, so we can do that no problem. 250, bam. So we should theoretically be able to make ourselves a chisel now. No. Okay, so this is good. We can see what we need to do to get to this stage. We need to get metal tongs, and we need to get an anvil. I'm pretty sure the anvil is going to be the first thing, and that's going to require a large amount of scrap for us to be able to kind of melt something that we could use as an anvil. And this isn't going to be a pretty anvil. I kind of imagine it in my mind as being like just this big hunk of metal that we're working off. So I think that's going to be the first thing that we need to build, so we are going to search for anvil. Okay, so yes, for us to be able to do this, we need to have a lot of steel. 160 chunks of steel or 40 lumps of steel. Okay, good to know. And if we just have a quick search for steel, a lump of steel requires us to have 4 chunks of steel, etc. So, yeah. And a chunk of steel requires how much? Scrap metal 5. Okay. So we don't actually have any scrap with us right now, apparently. We've just got the chunks of steel. So if we have a look around us, I just want to see exactly how much we have overall. So if I just search for scrap, do we have any scrap? We've only got 2. And as for steel, we have 4 chunks of steel. So that's what we need to do now. That's the main thing. We need to go and grab the steel from the helicopter crash. And then start processing it. We've picked up the throwing sticks again because that's what we like to do. It's a little game that we play with ourselves. Okay, so we're going to grab that. Did we drop? I think we did drop the swag bag on the ground. So we'll grab that swag bag, rock on out of here, and I think we're just going to start wearing that right away just so that we have more volume available to us. And we're going to wander on over towards the helicopter crash. I'm going to wander through the woods at the moment just because I want to see if this bee is about. And if it is, well, we might try and do something. Just getting an idea whether or not we're safe to be. Yep, okay, we caught sight. Oh, wow, you're actually a little bit closer than I thought you'd be. Bee, how about you just buzz off, buddy? I'm sorry. I have an issue. I'm trying to work through it. Right now, that issue is getting away from this bee. Okay, alright, so, yeah, that's actually going to be a problem. That's right where the heli crash is. So, that's not going to work out, I'm afraid. So let's take the swag bag off for the time being. We're going to go ahead and wield our short bow. We have the knife spear still as well? No, we don't. Okay, we need to go get that knife spear. I'm not going to try and fight it without it, because it's going to be dangerous as hell. So let's get back towards home. We'll make sure that we grab the knife spear. We're going to be hunting ourselves a bee. Okay, alright, knife spear, where are you at? You probably dropped on the ground. You did. Let's grab you. And we're going to be rocking on out. So we are wielding the bow right now, correct? I thought we were. Oh, no, we are wearing the bow. Okay, no, not what we want to do. Okay, so we're going to open up with the bow. Or at least try to. So let's start moving a little bit slower now. Okay, giant bee to the northeast. Good, let's start moving towards it. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the terrain doesn't slow it down at all, so we're going to be standing our ground pretty much. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be right by where we're wanting to go. And I've lost track of it now, which is great. That's just grand. Giant bee, where you at? Giant bee, you're straight to the north. Okay, alright, I can see you, There's going to be quite a few trees and other bits and pieces in between us and them. I don't like that because that is going to make it much harder for us to be able to actually hit the bee. It's currently unaware of us right now, but I'm sure soon enough it will become aware. Now we can take a shot from here. It's not going to be a great shot though. So I want to try and see if we can get ourselves a little closer. What are we looking at now? It's a little bit better. If we can take a precise shot, I'd like to try. Okay. I'm going to call that one on the lemming, distracting us, jumping in and out of the water. Okay, alright. I think we're actually going to have to get a hit on it before it is going to pay any attention to us at all. So, take a precise shot. Oh, okay, we just grazed the bee for 1 damage. Its attention now turned towards us. We draw back another arrow and fire once again, missing the bee as it starts to slowly hover towards us. Because it is a bee, it's going to be a little bit slower. Okay, we might end up losing sight on it here. That's not amazing. So we'll take another shot. Okay, that one's a little bit worse. Another grazing shot. Pulling another arrow in, we take another shot. Okay, 7. It's closer now. I'd like to try and see if we can drop the bow. And I want to see if we can wield the knife spear in time. Okay, yep, okay. So the bee gets to us as we drop the bow to the ground and try and grab our knife spear out of our pack, but it gets caught in the strappings of our backpack, and the bee does come towards us, hitting us in the torso with its stinger. We are now poisoned. Luckily, these aren't like bees and wasps where they actually disconnect the stinger and it stays in you, it tries to drive into you, because that would be terrifying. Don't make that a thing. It's probably going to be a thing eventually. But yeah. Okay, so our boxer shorts have been ripped because it has also hit us in our right leg, but we did manage to dodge it a few times in that as well. But as you can see, it essentially took 4 attacks in the time that it took us to try and get that out. So we're very lucky that we're still okay for now. But we are going to strike at it. Apparently we've seen a giant bee, so auto safety was turned on. Okay, alright, so we wildly miss it. Okay. We do manage to block a little bit with our knife spear as it does strike at us, but it hits us in the right leg. We strike again, missing. Okay, this is not going as good as I was hoping it would. Our hands are okay, everything else is okay right now. Our torso encumbrance isn't that bad, but this thing is difficult for us to hit. However, we do strike, and we actually manage to get the giant bee for 8 damage. At the same time, feeling that we're a little bit better with piercing weapons than we were before. It hits us on the torso and we are again poisoned. We strike out, missing the thing. Its pain starts to overtake our mind. We strike at it again. But what is the point in fighting? In the rain, Leif begins to lose his way. But then a small flicker of courage does build up in him, and that desire to survive overtakes him. He rams the spear up and into the bee. Damn it, it's not a bear. I really hope it's not a bear. And we drive it into the ground, killing the thing. Very, very happy to do so. We didn't actually take as much damage there as I thought we would. However, our hoodie and our leg warmers did take a lot of damage, so that's going to take us a bit to be able to repair that. Let's go and grab our bow. We are still poisoned for now. We're unhappy about our situation that we're in, and I'm not surprised about that. We'll go and grab all of these arrows for now, and we'll go and activate that quiver to store the rest of that in there. No matching ammo for the quiver. Okay, it must have gone straight back into the quiver. That's good. Right, well, we're going to butcher this thing. We were hurt. Stop butchering. No. Okay, yeah, that was the poison that was doing that to us, but it has run its course. It's run through our system for now. Our mouth and our feet are actually quite warm at the moment, so let's see if we can take some things off. We might end up having to take off our socks, our wool socks, and we'll take off our scarf for now and see if that helps out the situation, and it does. That's good. Let's take the bee sting. Nice. Very cool. It's got the stun with it. Okay. Very, very cool. 6-inch stinger. 6 inches. Bloody hell. Alright, we got some meat and we did get another stomach. However, I don't think we're going to have the offal necessary to make the thing. And I think the other stomach's already gone. Anyway, we're out here now. Let's go ahead and wield our swag bag. And we are going to attempt to start picking up all of these goodies from the crash. There are so many metal pipes there as well, and chunks of steel. So I think to start things off, what we are going to do is go into Auto Pickup Manager, and we are going to turn on chunks of steel, because they're the things that we're going to want first. Not add, just activate. Okay, and actually turn off pipes for now. Disable that. Yeah. So we can come back for the scrap metal, we can come back for the pipes, but for the time being, the primary thing that we're looking for are chunks of steel. So we're just going to be rocking on through here, going up and down along each line, trying to grab as much as we can. Okay, and so we'll just keep walking down. I want to walk down until we've kind of completed something, like completed a whole line, and then move on. Okay, we're getting a little hungry, so let's have some of our meat soup. Don't eat raw chunks of meat, Leif. Not a good plan. Okay, so as long as we can see that we're still picking things up, I'm happy. Go down to here now. We're getting a decent amount of chunks here, which is awesome. It's definitely going to make it easier for us to make those lumps as time goes on. Okay. Or was it a lump into a chunk or a chunk into a lump? Who remembers? Okay, we're still going along this line. Alright, still going along that line. 50, fantastic. Move the whole way down. Okay, next one. Oh no, we do have 2 down there. We'll take it. We checked you. Okay, good. Next one. This, I can't express how lucky we are with this crash, because it's made this possible for us to do. Okay, grab you, and we're actually able to take a huge amount of it with us as well, which is pretty damn cool. Let's see how we're looking. Oh yeah, we can essentially take all of the chunks of steel from here in that swag bag, so that thing is going to be very full by the time we leave here. Just want to make sure that we're not missing anything on that side, and we were. Okay, next one down. Take you. Have we got all of you as well? Yes, good. Actually, if it's a clear square like that, I should be able to tell. Okay, just you. Fantastic. Well, that's 92 chunks of steel. That's pretty freaking good in my book. So we are going to rock on back towards home, not falling in any pits along the way. That would be fantastic. Thank you. Avoid it. Brilliant. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, all right. Zooming back in. Jumping back into our little space here, we should be able to now create an anvil. No, alright, so yes, we do need to turn the chunks of steel into lumps. We're probably not going to have enough to make 40 then, because we need 160 chunks of steel. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Holy crap. Yeah, about that. So if we were to make lumps of steel, how is that going to work out for us? Because if we want to make ourselves 40 lumps of steel, is that possible? No. No, it isn't. So we start running out of charges by that point. Okay, well, how do we make chunks then? Because that's what I think we're going to have to do. Because we've got 92 steel chunks, so we're on our way to having enough. We don't quite have enough yet, but we are on our way. We need to see what we are going to need to be able to make those chunks. So, chunk of steel, 5 scrap metal. So we need to go back, we need to try and collect a huge amount of scrap metal now. Whew, this is going to be a big one. We should probably have a look and see if we can... Oh, I just picked them all back up. Of course we did. And I probably picked up... Yep, throwing sticks at the same time. Of course we did. Of course we did. Drop those off and drop off the bee sting for now as well. Okay, so we are going to need more charcoal. We've got a decent amount there already, but we're going to need more. So we might want to try and just get a little bit more on the go for now. And I've just picked up more chunks of steel. Of course I have. Of course I have. Let's go grab, say, 20 of these if we can. We can't. Yeah, okay. How much do we have up here? 32 splintered woods. I'd like to grab as many of them as we can. Drop the item for now. How much are we carrying here? Not much at all. Okay, we've got 13 2x4s on us right now. So let's go ahead and drop the 2x4s and the splintered woods in there. Okay. Go ahead and fire the kiln. Is there anything else? Actually, we do have something in our hand right now. So we'll go ahead and drop that in there as well. Fire the kiln. Yes, just while we're away for now. And I really need to stop doing that. Grab the knife spear and drop off those chunks of steel. Bam. Okay, so while we have the stomach here, I just want to check to see if we still have the other one. Yes. Okay, the stomach is still good for now. So if we do find some offal while we're out, we'll be able to make some sausage. So cross our fingers that we do. It's not a top priority, but it would be nice. And we'll just drop off our clothing for the time being. So the pair of wool socks and that, we'll leave it behind for now. And these rocks will drop off as well. There we go. Alright, let's get a move on. Back over towards the helicopter, this time collecting scrap metal instead. Okay, whoa, easy. Okay, there we go. Back towards here. Okay, alright. Let's see, we want to go into our auto pickup manager yet again. We want to turn off chunks of steel for the time being and turn on scrap metal. Do I have scrap here? No, I don't. So let's go ahead and add scrap metal. There we go, I can type. Okay, good, so that should be working now. See if it is, move across that. And it is indeed working, so we should be able to collect a pretty damn decent amount of stuff here. And it'll be just leaving wood splinters and pipes behind. Now the pipes are going to be very useful eventually. Right now they aren't as helpful, so we are going to be leaving those behind, as I said. I think for the most part... Oh no, there is some scrap metal in those piles, and that's a chunk of steel. We'll take it back with us, why not? Okay, take you. Because I guess there are a few spots that we might have missed. Oh yeah, like the one with the wire on it. The wire we're going to leave for now. But this is going to be pretty well cleaned up by the time that we're done. It'll be very difficult to tell that a helicopter actually crashed here in the first place, because pretty much all of it is going to be gone for good. Okay, nothing there. Grab you. And that one. Good job, Dusk. So we've got a pretty decent supply of it, but again, I'm just wondering, is it actually going to be enough? I really hope so, because metal is a rare resource out here for us. The only way we're going to be able to get it is from things like this. Other than maybe if we could dig a mine? Maybe we might be able to find some that way. It's potentially possible, but that's pretty much everything, I think, now. Those are just more chunks of steel, so yeah, we'll definitely be grabbing those. I don't know how I missed those. Okay. Oh, and there's one up here as well, just hiding in the bush. No, but we will take the chunk of steel though. Okay, and there's actually one here as well. How did that happen? We've actually missed uncovering that. Well, there could be something amazing under there. The chances that there is pretty slim, but I guess you never know. I'd like to come back there and excavate it. See if there is anything amazing. But for now, I want to see whether or not this is going to be enough to do what we need to do. Alright. Jumping back into here, we're a little thirsty, so let's have some of that sweet water. And we are going to go and see what it's going to be able to take for us to make some chunks of steel. We can make a whole heap. How many is that? Oh, that's going to give us 12. Okay. 12 chunks of steel. It's going to take only 38 minutes. That's not that bad. It's going to use quite a few charges, but I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and make all of those chunks of steel. Fantastic. We're going to come over here and grab another 200 charcoal. Take that and drop it into here. Where are you? Charcoal. Fantastic. Can't place items here. Oh, right. Just store. There we go. Okay, so we should maybe have enough now. Maybe. Let's have a look at Anvil. We don't have enough. Yeah, no, we just don't have enough. Okay, 160 chunks of steel. How much do we have now? All around us. If I was to do a search for steel, 96 still. So what did I make then? What did I make when I made those? Oh, we've got those on us. 18. And we've still got a lot of scrap metal on us. Hang on, what? Did I not do that properly? Potentially. We'll go and drop these off to the side for now, and we'll go back to scrap metal. Or rather, steel. Because we were meant to be making... Yes. Oh, we can go straight to lump, but no, we want to make more chunks of steel. Did this not work before? Okay. Oh, and that's going to give us 10. It's just 10. Wow. Okay. It's, I don't know if we're going to have enough here. I honestly don't think we're going to have enough. We might have to go to the other one, potentially. Because I think that's now out of charges. Yep, that's what's happening. It's getting out of charges. So we're going to have to grab all of these for now. and go and load this thing up. Okay, let's have a look around again. I should have some on us, so we'll just go and drop it up the top there. And do an all-round search for steel. We got 124. It's better, but it's not 160, so we still need more. And I don't think we're going to be able to get there. Alright, chunk of steel. It's going to get us closer, but then we run out of steel. 48 minutes, that's not bad. At least it's not taking us long to actually melt it down like this. Okay, so we got all the chunks of steel there. That's another 19. Now, if we have a look on here, it should all be collated together. We are close. We're close, but we're not quite there yet. Damn. Okay, well, what can we use the pipes for? I don't think we can melt the pipes down, unfortunately. It's literally just unless we get we don't get more back for this. So the chunks of steel, 4, we get 1 from each of those. And how much do we need to make an anvil? Because it might be, usually it's not the case, but there could be something there for us. So we need 40 lumps of steel to be able to do it. I'm going to do a few quick calculations to see if it's going to be possible or if it's going to be easier for us to turn them into lumps. I'll be back in a moment. Okay. Calculator. Right, so we need 40 lumps of steel, and for us to be able to make... Okay, we need 4 chunks of steel to be able to make 1. So 4 times 40 equals 160. That's the same amount. Alright, I've returned and yeah, it is the same amount. We need 160 no matter what, which is really unfortunate because we're not going to be able to do it yet. We do know of a secondary crash though, but it is quite far away, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, that's that. But I did promise that we were going to do some exploration to the north, and that we are. We're going to be leaving the rest of these things here. We'll leave the chunks of meat here for the time being, that's fine. We've got some clean water, some soup with us. The crack pipe, we don't need the crack pipe. We'll leave that behind. The throwing sticks we're also going to leave behind, but the pebbles we'll take. I'm tempted to take some more, so I'll see if we can quickly craft ourselves some pebbles. Okay, let's go ahead and just make another 20. Wow, that's going to be 50. Okay, that's good. Alright, cool, I'm happy with that. So we can use our sling if we need to. Let's go wield the sling for now. Because if there are some small things along the way, I would like to try and fight them. But this is our first time up here. So we were on the corner before, and this is kind of new terrain for Leif. It's an area that he hasn't been in yet, so... As you can see, there is a giant centipede to the northwest, and that is going to potentially be... I don't know how bad that's going to be for us. That could be terrible. I don't know for certain, but this groundhog, I would like to see if we're able to catch up with it, so we can try out our sling here. So let's just stand in the water for a second. No, we want to use our sling, so let's just zoom in a little bit further in. That's out. There we go. We'll go ahead and fire. We'll take a precise shot if we can, and we'll just start using some of our pebbles here. We'll walk in a little bit closer, take a precise shot again, and this is just going to help get our throwing skill to be that little bit higher. Try and see if we can just hit him off. Okay, walking a little bit closer again. Okay, alright, we reflected off its hide. It's better than nothing though. How's our throwing skill looking? We're halfway to a level. Get a little bit closer again. Yeah, chances aren't amazing to hit from there. Okay, well, that should be a little bit better at the very least. And we missed. Of course we did. We've got 100% steadiness now, so the chance should be a little bit higher for damage. Okay. All right, there we go. And the sling worked for us. Okay, giant mosquito has been spotted and is active. It probably smelt the blood, I think. I think that's what happened. So let's just see where this... A giant dragonfly down there, and it's injured. It's fleeing from something. We've got a huge amount of turkeys to the north of us, like a massive, massive flock of them. And we're also seeing what looks to be a wolf spider and a few other things out here. So it seems like our primary enemies, our primary threats right now are still going to be insects for the most part. And, well, some of them might end up coming directly towards us. Things like the giant mosquitoes and the rest, they are known to do just that. I do want to follow the river up a little bit further though, so I'm gonna push on, but we don't want to go too far from home. However, we have giant crayfish. Okay, that's also potentially quite dangerous. It's just chasing it down. How giant is the giant crayfish? Because they're not like there are these other things, another type of claw type creature. Yeah, it's a mutant terrestrial variety of the signal crayfish. This massive crustacean resembles a humongous lobster. Okay, it's a little frightening. I would like to try and see if we could kill it, because, okay, it's just killed a lemming, no problem. Good to know. I doubt we'd want to try and use, what's that that's died over there? It's another insect, I think. Let's have a look. Giant mosquito. Okay. The wolf spider could be troublesome. We'll just kind of wait here for a second or two and just see what's kind of going on. The bugs seem to be roaming around a fair amount. I really want to go for all of the bloody lobsters, but they just seem to be going on a rampage at the moment. The mosquitoes are all fighting each other as well. We're either fighting the wolf spider right now. So you can see that they kind of try and work semi-together. Actually, how is that lobster doing? The giant mosquito is nearly dead over there. The lobster, though, oh, actually, it's nearly dead. I would very much like to see if we could kill that thing. So we're going to see if we can get a little bit closer here. It's a little dangerous, I'll be honest. The giant fly shouldn't be a problem for us. It should disappear. It should run away from here. What is that blood? Oh, okay. That's interesting blood. Hemolymph splatter. Do lobsters not bleed? That's probably a thing that I just wasn't aware of. It's probably a pretty common thing that everyone knows except for me. Right. Bruised lemming corpse. And how damaged are you, good sir? No, you seem to be A-okay at the moment. I really would like to bring back some lobster meat with us. However, a lot of spiders around here, and those spiders can be very deadly. Risk versus reward here. That mosquito is going to be trouble for us. So what we want to try and do is line up a shot now if we can. Severely injured. We'll try and take a 100% shot on it. See if that'll work out. Okay, we miss. That's fine. We'll take another one. We miss. Okay, we're just going to keep on missing here. Alright, well, we didn't want to hit you anyway, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. How many pebbles do we have at the moment? We're still at 40, okay? We've only used 10 so far. That's not so bad. I want to try and get a better look at this wolf spider. Okay, you are uninjured currently. Alright, but we might be able to whack you a little bit if we get close. We might not even have to worry about the wolf spider. If we can... Oh, no, you're still there, and you're still very, very fast and deadly. How about you just chase after that mosquito? Mosquito? I don't know what's wrong with me. But we're going to try and get up over here towards this corpse and see if we can butcher it. Yes! Yes! Okay, how much do we get from this thing? Not bad. We got offal, we got meat, we got fat. We need like one more offal and then we'd be able to do it. We'd be able to make us some wasteland sausage. I really want to, so I'd love that if it's possible. Let's go slice up the lemming. Yes! Okay, good, fantastic. I'm gonna call this a victory. We're gonna try and run back, make it back to home with what we've got so far because... No, don't dive into the water. Just chill out, my friend. Mosquito, are you gonna be a problem for us? Are you going to be a problem for us? Well, you're uninjured currently. You are going to be a problem for us, aren't you? Yep, you're going to be a problem for us. Okay, let's take a shot at you if we can. Try and take a precise shot. Okay. Oh, hey. How do you like me now? Oh, we have a much better chance to hit it now. Oh, wow. I like the sling up close like this. Yeah, we'll take it. And we've got a stomach at the same time. We could be making ourselves a bit of sausage here. Happy about that. Oh, it's getting dark, so let's get back home. We're hungry, we're thirsty. Let's have some meat soup on the go. And just keep on moving, my friend. Dog. Hey, dog. What's up, dog? I don't want to hurt you, dog. Can we go on a swim, maybe to avoid the dog? Let's do that. Let's avoid the dog for now. We sink like a rock. Get out the water. Okay, we're going to start drowning. Okay. We avoided the dog. That's good. Because I just didn't want to fight the poor sucker. If we can make some dog food, I'd be very, very happy. So we'll see if that's going to be possible for us. So we should be at the corner now, and if we just head directly south from this position, we should be able to make our way back to home. Hey, turkey. Hey. You see that our chances to hit have gone up dramatically. Yeah, see, like, if we take a precise shot from there, we have like a 70% chance to hit. He's gone. I don't know if he swam into the water or what, but that turkey is gone. Gone for good. Okay, so for us to be able to do some crafting, we are going to need to start a fire, so we're going to need to take some of that wood out of our home. We're getting closer now. Closer, closer. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, let's go grab just 2 of these for now if we can. We'll go and drop them into the fire. Bam. Activate lighter on the fire. That's our home. Oh my god, that's our home. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. It was dark and I couldn't see. We just set our house on fire. No. Okay, we need to be very, very fast about this now. Very, very fast. We need to go unload. We need to unload that gallon of clean water, pour onto the ground, pour onto that. Okay, we poured it onto the fire. It literally did nothing. Okay, unload. Salt water, pour it onto the fire. Okay, it's doing nothing. Why is it doing nothing? Try and smash the fire. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on. How is this not working? Empty that water. Pour onto ground. Oh. It worked. Oh, that is such... Okay, I smashed something in there. I don't know what I broke, but I broke something. It's still standing. It's still standing right now. Burnt bee balm. I'm surprised that more didn't burn there. So, the improvised shelter is still standing. Our clay pot is still there. We might have shattered something else by trying to beat out the fire. That is such a massive mistake, and that's also obviously a problem with the tile set, me just not being able to see that that's actually our home. I was so excited about making sausage. That's my excuse. God damn. Okay, alright, well, let's see. How about we try and move some things actually into the fire ring this time? God damn. We got 2x4s there, good. Move them into the fire ring. Okay, activate lighter on the fire ring. I wish there was like a dialogue prompt, like, are you sure? Are you certain that you wish to do this? We are thirsty now, which is unfortunate. We can't change that, but what we can do is attempt to make, or maybe not, because I think our food's gone. I think our food, all of it burnt up. We don't have any dehydrated meat there. I am so sad right now. I'm so sad right now. I think we burnt all of our food. It all just burnt up in the fire. I don't know what else burnt that was in there. It was mostly food and water that we had in there. Yeah, I don't know what else could have burnt up in there. There's a number of things that could have burnt. I don't know if it told us if things were dying or rather burning in there. Let's just see. We hear glass shattering, so we shattered some glass in there. Oh. I like that. You successfully light a fire. That is an improvised shelter. Oh. Leif. Well, no, it's me. But we'll blame it on Leif being tired and the spark just like starting up, or rather, you know, a spark just firing off into his home and causing that to happen. Right, so why can't we make wasteland sausage right now? Because we don't have any more lard, do we? Wasteland sausage? No, it's the salt that we need. Raw offal. We don't have 4 raw offal. Okay, well, I was so excited. We got 3. I was so excited. And we lost everything else that was there. There was definitely rhubarb that was there. Probably a few other things that we lost in that process as well. I don't know if we still have... I'm hoping most of the stuff up here, tool-wise, is... Yeah, so the kern's up there. The clay crucible, I thought that could have been what broke. Okay, we're kind of semi-okay. Not good though. There could have been a clay pot there as well. I don't know if our clay pot has disappeared. If I just search for clay, it's just the clay crucible that's showing up, so our other clay tools could have gone in that fire. So no, we've got the clay pot. Okay. Alright, I can kind of breathe. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap things up there with that great big mistake. Unfortunately, no wasteland sausage for us. Don't get excited about sausage is the moral of the story, kids. Yeah, that's my takeaway from this. Don't get excited about sausage. And, you know, you won't burn your house down. I think that's a strong message that we can take home together today. Anyway, I've been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.